What happened when the kids who bullied you needed your help years later? In high school, I was known as Ghost Boy. Not because I was spooky or mysterious, but because people pretended I didn't exist, especially the popular kids. They'd bump into me in hallways and say, "Oops, didn't see the ghost." Every lunch period, I sat alone. Every group project, I got stuck doing the whole thing by myself. But the worst of them all, Tyler, Jake, and Mia. They were the golden trio: star athlete, class clown, and prom queen. They made my life miserable. Tyler once unplugged my science project minutes before judging. Jake accidentally spilled soda on my only clean hoodie. Mia, she told everyone I had lice. I didn't. But that didn't stop the whispering or the disgusted looks. By senior year, I stopped trying. I wore the same gray hoodie every day, kept my head down, and counted the days until graduation. No prom, no yearbook quote, no goodbyes. I left like I arrived, unnoticed. Fast forward 8 years. I'm 26, a paramedic now. Long shifts, hard calls, but I love the job. There's something healing about being needed, about showing up in someone's worst moment and doing your best to make it better. That night started like any other. A 911 dispatch came in. Single vehicle crash, 2 injured, 1 unconscious. I hopped in the ambulance, adrenaline kicking in. When we arrived, the car was upside down, half submerged in a ditch off a forest road. It was raining. Visibility was trash. We saw 2 people outside the vehicle, one limping, the other screaming, "Help! He's still inside!" We rushed in. As we pulled the 3rd passenger from the car, I recognized his face. Bruised, bloody, but unmistakable. Tyler. I froze for a half second. The same Tyler who once stole my backpack and threw it in the school dumpster. The same Tyler who led the Ghost Boy chants. He was barely breathing. I snapped into action, stabilized his neck, checked for internal injuries, got him into the ambulance. Inside the rig, the girl sobbing in the corner looked familiar too. Blonde hair, perfect cheekbones, mascara running down her cheeks. "Mia?" I said without thinking. Her eyes widened. "How do you know my—" I pulled down my mask. Her jaw dropped. "Eli?" Jake, sitting beside her with a sprained arm, looked up and went pale. "Ghost Boy," he whispered. I said nothing, just kept working. They all went silent. No jokes, no mocking, just cold, stunned silence as I kept their friend alive. At the ER, I handed Tyler off to the trauma team. He had a cracked rib and a concussion, but would survive. Before I left, Mia caught my arm. "Wait, why didn't you say anything? Why did you help us?" I looked her dead in the eye. "Because that's my job, and because I'm not who I was in high school." Jake, clutching his arm, muttered, "We were such assholes." I didn't argue. Didn't need to. 2 days later, I got a letter at the station. It was from Tyler. He said, "I remember everything. The names, the pranks, the way we treated you. I can't believe you still saved me. I owe you my life and an apology I'll never stop giving." He signed it. "Thank you for being the better person. Always." That letter, I framed it, hung it next to my paramedic certification. 3 months later, I ran into Mia again. She was volunteering at a blood drive we were covering. She looked different, humbled. She told me she'd started therapy, said I inspired her. And Jake, he emailed me a few weeks later, said he'd started mentoring at-risk kids in our old school district. Asked if I wanted to join him sometime. I haven't decided yet, but part of me wants to. Not for them. For the kids, like I was the ones nobody sees. Because sometimes, the ghost comes back, not to haunt, but to heal. Weeks passed, but I couldn't stop thinking about that night. Not because I wanted revenge or validation, but because it made something click inside me. I realized that I'd spent years trying to forget who I used to be, burying the lonely, invisible kid I once was. But that kid, he grew up. He learned empathy, patience, grit. And that night, when Tyler needed help the most, it wasn't the adult in uniform who showed up, it was Ghost Boy. The boy they ignored. The boy who didn't scream or fight back. He just helped quietly, powerfully. That's strength too.